Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Max and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll be taught how to use this training equipment properly on the day that you pick Max up. Now, if you notice, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all formal obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without him pulling you down the street, and the command is Max heel.
Max heel.
Now at this point, Max has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg, keeping his head up and his posture appropriate. And this may look like the easiest thing in the world to teach, but let me tell you, Max has gone kicking and screaming through every exercise, and it has taken a lot of trainers a lot of hours to get him where he is. So this is important that you practice this, because if you let him go more than a day without training, then you're going to have to really work hard to catch up. And if you notice, he is staying with Rich. We would like better eye trainer, dog trainer connection, where he's looking up more at Rich. But this is such an improvement. Now, the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word firm command to stay.
Stay.
The long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, you want to lengthen out the time and the distance, because you want to work on his focus and self-control. So you're going to start out at about 30 seconds and you're going to work all the way up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him as an additional. Now he got up, so Rich is going to tell him no, and he's going to make him do it again, because he should remain seated until Rich gets all the way back around to his shoulders.
Stay.
Okay, so he forced that issue. We're going to see how that goes. He's going to make him do it again.
Stay.
Leaves him in a sit stay.
Stay.
Good. Turns all the way back.
Max heel.
He's been a very challenging puppy. I know that you're very committed, so we want to be there for you. We want to work you through this. We want to see him on a regular basis, because he always has to know who we are. We don't ever want to get to the point that we haven't seen you for a couple months.
Stay.
Rich is leaving him in another sit stay. And you can see that that puppy's not focused on his trainer. He's like all over the place. But this is after almost 3 consecutive weeks of daily hard work to get him this far.
Max, come.
Rich is demonstrating the come on command. He should come right in front and sit.
Max heel.
And then he should go back to heel.
Max heel.
So what we're working on with him, with you at home, is focus and self-control and the ability to pay attention. Dog trainer eye contact, that kind of thing.
Stay.
And these have all been very difficult with him. But we want you to continue working on it at home.
Max, come.
And you hear Rich keeps his tone pretty even, because if you overpraise this puppy, you're completely going to lose him. I mean, he's only looking for a reason not to pay attention.
Max heel.
And I don't want you to feel discouraged by his progress. He's come an incredibly long way. He just has an incredibly long way to go. And we're going to be here for you through the whole thing. Just knowing that you don't have the easiest dog in the world, and he's not typical in the fact that he doesn't care to please you. Now this time Rich is going to demonstrate the down from a heel. So with the dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one word firm command to down and stay. Now Rich is correcting him for sniffing the ground because that often precedes them getting up. Your long down stay, you're going to start out at about 1 minute and you're going to work little by little all the way up to 5 minutes. This is such good self-control for him. When Rich returns back to him, he will again walk all the way around him. And he held that a lot better. All the way back around to heel position. At this point, he expects to get another command. And you take off heeling again. And they're going to demonstrate that down from a heel for you one more time. So remember, with the puppy seated, always seated before you give him a down.
Down.
Left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one word command to down and stay.
Stay.
And this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich will call him. When you call him, don't get too excited because then he's going to be all over the place. You heard Rich say, Max, come, low tone, and now he completely loses it and doesn't sit like he's supposed to. And you can't get mad when you're working with him because then he's got you. I mean, if you get flustered or you let him get on your nerves or get your goat, you're done. He has beat you and he's going to know it and you're going to be done. So try to maintain your cool. I know Rich is probably having trouble with that right now. The last command that we're going to demonstrate for you, and this is the newest one he's learned, so it's a 50-50 shot that we're going to get this. You leave him in a sit-stay. You turn to face him. You use your right hand to give the command, and you tell him to down.
Down.
Yay, we did it. That is your down from a distance. And at this point in his training, that is the hardest command that you're going to work on with him. So we've demonstrated for you all of his formal commands. He is a beautiful dog. He's got so much potential, and we're going to continue to be here for you and work with you and work you through all of these things with him. We know you're anxious to get him home. We're anxious to continue to work with you. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.